Here we have Kingsbury. All these begonias I'm going to show you now are grow from rhizomes in the ground. And they kind of creep along the ground, and that's when you have them in a pot, they just fill the pot with rhizomes and they bloom from the rhizome. This is Prince Noir, a black one. This is Night Eyes. Isn't that beautiful? Here we have Carrie Foster. Just gorgeous. Here's Begonia Carol Knight. That's me. And it's a gorgeous plant. I have a hard time growing it, but obviously the grower here doesn't. It's Mary Sakamoto, it's her plant. I'm so beautiful, aren't I? Look at my leaf. Look at those the shining veins. Here we have Robert Schatzer. This is a very small leaf. You can see how small that is. Now we have Medusa. I'm not familiar with this one, but it's a lighter color leaf. Kind of has a swirl in it. Here we have Begonia Cathedral Windows. And they've named it this because when you hold a leaf up to the light, it looks like stained glass window. Isn't that beautiful? That's Mike Moody's plant. What a great plant. You can see the rhizomes. That's what I mean by rhizomes. This is just a hybrid somebody did. We don't have a name on it. This one is Northern Lights. I've seen this in Logi's catalog. Never seen one in person. That's gorgeous. That's really beautiful. And this is Vista Popper. Look at the shape of the leaves. That's by Diane Parr. This is one of the winners of the convention this year, Begonia Heracipholia. Beautiful leaves. Arlene Hoskins. This is Dean Turney. This is another Brad Thompson plant. Brad worked at Cartouche Nurseries in Vista. And Dean Turney unfortunately passed away this year. He was a wonderful grower and a wonderful man. This is a plant that Brad named after him. Here we have Chiquita Rosa. Look at how tiny those leaves are. Isn't that cute? It's grown by Kay Anders. Really cute plant. Go around here and look at some more of these. This is Begonia Cascade. Not familiar with this one, but Martin Delgado grew it and it's gorgeous. So full, tiny, tiny leaves. This one is a Dennis Wheeler hybrid. He hasn't named it, but it's beautiful. This one is, I can't really read it, I'm sorry, but it's a gorgeous black one. I'm particularly fond of black begonias. Some people pick their kind that they like. Some like Rex, some like just the canes. I like all of them, but I'm particularly attracted to the dark ones. This one is Dean Turney. Beautiful. Now we have Begonia Teamii. I believe this is a species. Looks like to me like a little palm tree. Grown on a rhizome. These are all rhizomatous. Here's Little Darling. She is Little Darling, very cute. You can see the diversity of the leaves. Caribbean King, this one gets really big. Look at this little guy, Muddy Waters. I tried to grow this before, but I never had much luck, but it's very, very cute. Look at the ruffled edges on that leaf. This one is Brad Thompson. He was a hybridizer in Vista, like I said. He was very prolific hybridizer. Over here we have Cajon Valley. I just bought one of these the other day. So I don't know who hybridized this one. I think it might have been Brad Thompson again. Here's a little guy. This is Erythrophylla helix. And helix means this twist in the apex of the leaf. Here we have Stephanie Rose. Stephanie Rose is from Westchester. She's past president of the American Begonia Society, and Brad Thompson named this plant after her. This one is Cowardly Lion. I'm not sure who hybridized this, but the leaves are just gorgeous with that chartreusey and kind of a rust color veining. Really pretty. Here's another one by Diane Parr. This is Kachuma. Kachuma was, I believe, grown by Rudolph Ziesenhenne up in Santa Barbara. He was probably Mr. Begonia back in the day. He was a nice old guy who had a greenhouse on Milpa Street in Santa Barbara, and I luckily got to meet him a couple times before he passed away in his late 90s. This is a begonia U number. This is U475. And what it means when it's a U number, it means it's a begonia that was discovered as a species somewhere, but unidentified, and they give it a U number until they can identify it. So this is U475. Here we have King Tut. Not familiar with this one, but it's very pretty. We're gonna kind of just pan around here. This is the show. So if you come to Sherman Gardens, it's a 2-day show. And you get to see all these pretty begonias, and there's a sale too. All right, this is Begonia maculata. This is a species. I know it because this is my plant. You can see how different the flowers are from the one that's a hybrid. These are very white flowers, and they're in like little bunches instead of 1 or 2 here and there. This plant is Angularis. It's a species. Not sure where it's from, but you can tell it's got a square stem. If you feel the stem, it's got 4 corners and it's square, just like salvias have the same type of stems. This is Begonia valida. It's another species. Bush type begonia, gets pretty tall. This is a species, Begonia egregia. Gets white flowers. You see the diversity of the leaves. These leaves don't look anything like a begonia, do they? Next we have Begonia foliosa. This is my plant. I believe this is the smallest leafed begonia. It's little tiny pink flowers. This one is done blooming. And we have here Venosa. This was one of the winners at the convention in Long Beach. It was grown by Arlene Hoskins. You can see the fuzz on the leaves that kind of protects the plant from the sun also. But this is a really pretty plant.